Tales of Falling and Flying by Ben Loory. The Frog and the Bird. A frog was hopping along one day. He was a young frog and hadn't seen much. And he wasn't really looking where he was going, and abruptly he fell in a hole. The hole was deep, very, very deep, especially for such a small frog. He tried hopping out, but had to give up. He knew he could never hop that high. He looked around the hole, but there was no other exit. There was just no way out. "Help me!" cried the frog at the top of his lungs. But only the wind blew by. "Help me!" cried the frog. "Please! Someone, please!" But no one answered his call. And it was only when the frog finally started to cry that a shadow fell across the hole. And as soon as the shadow fell, the frog got a bad feeling. He stopped and wiped his eyes and looked up. The shadow resolved into the shape of a bird with a long, sharp bill. "Uh-oh," said the frog as the bill came jabbing down. It came rattling and stabbing into the hole. It was snapping and biting, trying to get the frog. "Stop!" cried the frog. "Stop! Leave me alone!" But the bird didn't stop. Its bill just kept coming. The frog hopped about, trying to stay out of range. He kept bumping and smashing against the walls of the hole. "I'm too young to die," he kept saying. But the bird didn't care. The bird just ignored him. It was way too intent on its work. It kept jabbing and stabbing. It was so hungry, so hungry. It just wanted to eat the frog up. But after a while, the frog finally realized that the hole was just a little too deep. No matter how far down the bird jabbed its beak into the hole, it couldn't reach. Especially if the frog cowered in the corner and lay flat against the bottom, which he did. And finally, the bird realized it was hopeless too. "Stand up so I can eat you," it said. "No," said the frog. "I'm not going to do that." "Oh, come on. Why not?" said the bird. "You're just gonna die in this hole anyway, and I'm hungry." "I hope you starve," said the frog. That made the bird mad. It jabbed its beak down again and snapped and snicked and snapped at the frog's head. "All right, I'm sorry. Stop," said the frog. "I'm gonna crunch your bones," the bird said. "But that's all I am," said the frog. "I'm just bones. You don't want me. I'm still underdeveloped. Go and find yourself an all-grown-up frog. They'll taste much better, I promise." The bird stopped jabbing. It peered into the hole. "Step into the light," it said. The frog thought about it. Then, slowly, he moved forward, though he made sure he was still out of reach. The bird peered down at the frog for a bit. "It's true. You're pretty skinny," it said. "Yeah," said the frog. He sucked in his gut. "I'm pretty much nothing," he said. The bird thought a moment. It made a look of distaste. "All right, forget it," it said, and it turned from the hole and started to walk away. Wait, come back," said the frog. The bird came back. It peered into the hole. "Well, what now?" it said. "You can't just leave me down here," said the frog. "Oh, yeah? Why not?" said the bird. "It's not right," said the frog. "I'll die if you leave me here." "So what do I care?" said the bird. "You didn't care if I starved to death." "It's not the same thing," said the frog. "Isn't it?" said the bird. "I don't see how it's different. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a life to go live." Wait, said the frog. What? Said the bird. Maybe we can make a deal, the frog said. A deal? Said the bird. Like what kind of deal? How about this, said the frog. You help me out of this hole, and then you let me live, and you can eat me when I'm all grown up. That way, he said, at least I can live a bit, see what life's all about. Life is about eating, said the bird, and that's all. I can tell you that right now. Maybe, said the frog. I really wouldn't know. But how's about it? Do we have a deal? How long does it take you to get grown up? Said the bird. Oh, said the frog, about a year. The bird thought about it. 1 year, it said. 1 year, said the frog, that's all. And you'll get really big and juicy, said the bird. My parents were huge, said the frog. All right, said the bird, and stuck its beak down into the hole, and the frog reached up and grabbed hold, and the bird raised him up and out of the hole and set him gently on the ground. Thank you, said the frog, brushing himself off. A year is a year, said the bird. I know, said the frog. I'll see you then. And he turned and started to hop off. Hey, said the bird, where do you think you're going? What do you mean? Said the frog. I'm not stupid, said the bird. You can't just run away. I'm not letting you out of my sight. Well, said the frog, if that's what you want. That's what I want, said the bird. The two of them looked at each other for a bit. So what's your name? Said the frog. My name, said the bird. What does that matter? If we're going to travel together, said the frog, I should probably know. I mean, what if there's an avalanche and I have to tell you to move? Seems unlikely, said the bird, but it's Alessander. Alessander, said the frog. Wow. Shut up, said the bird. And you? What's yours? Oh, it's just Henry, said the frog. Well then, Henry, said the bird, what's the plan? Where do you want to go first? I don't know, said the frog. What place is good? Well, there's the lake, said the bird. So the frog and the bird went down to the lake. They stood for a while on the shore. The bird reached in and pulled out a fish. I like those too, said the frog. So the frog went in and gobbled up a fish. He climbed back onto the bank and burped. After that, the two of them wandered about. Where are you from? Said the bird. Texas, said the frog. What about you? They called it Minnesota, said the bird. I haven't been there, said the frog. Is it nice? I don't know, nice enough, said the bird. They talked a bit more about this and about that, and later, when it got dark, they settled down. They spent the night inside an old tree. In the morning, they got up and moved on. The two traveled together all over the place. They traveled mostly north through the spring. They spent the summer and fall in the mountains, and in the winter they went south again. The frog saw and learned about all kinds of things. He got pretty good at singing songs. Sing the one about the bird again, the bird said. You know how much I like that one. And meanwhile, of course, the frog was getting older and bigger too. He was getting visibly fatter every day. They didn't talk about it, but they knew. And finally, one day, early in the spring, the frog stopped hopping and cleared his throat. Hey, listen, Alessander, there's something we gotta talk about. Yeah, said the bird. And what would that be? Well, it's been a year, the frog said. You kept up your end, and now I'll keep mine. And thanks for being such a friend. Friend, said the bird, looking at the frog askance, and eyeing his plump, juicy rolls. You're gonna be so delicious, it said. "I've been waiting for this for so long." And the frog closed his eyes, and the bird opened its beak. And it reached out and gobbled up the frog. Then it spat him back out, and the two of them laughed, and they went and ate ants from a hollow log.